So, okay, so what about you touched on this a little bit ago, but it's such an important topic that I'm sure a lot of people are wondering about. How important do you think boundaries are in overcoming narcissistic abuse? And do you have any kind of strategies or processes for helping people set boundaries?
Wow. Yes. Boundaries are absolutely a critical part of it because that's another thing probably got us in and out of the relationship. Got us in was either lack of boundaries or no boundaries or lack of enforcing the boundaries. And I think that people that have gone through so much trauma and overcoming abuse, they don't want to feel overwhelmed. So I have a simple, quick way to build boundaries, which is basically the C's. I'm all about little things like that. The C's to make it simple. So it is to create clear boundaries. And then once you create clear boundaries, then communicate in a clear way. And then the other C is commit to compliance. And how you do that is you create very clear boundaries about what you want. But then when you do that, you have to establish really huge, ginormous amount of why, which is your leverage. Why you want to do this. That way, when you get some pullback, you'll be able to have all the leverage of why. And then you create your why. So you create your boundaries, you communicate. How you communicate, especially with narcissists, you don't blame, you don't scream, you don't yell, you don't put your foot down, you don't do ultimatums or anything like that. What you do is you say it in a clear, concise way. You communicate by saying, listen, I may not have shown you or told you effectively my boundaries, but let me explain to you, this is my boundary. And from now on, this is the way I expect to be treated, whatever it is. And you just say it in a way that makes you feel that you should have communicated with him. That way he doesn't feel tense or stressed or not stressed, angry. He doesn't get angry. And then when you do that is you communicate, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't communicate this before. This is my boundary. I'm communicating to you now and I expect to be feel. And then when they don't do it, you have to commit to compliance over and over again, because it's like a child. A narcissist, it's like a child. He's like a 2-year-old who's like, he'll keep saying, mommy, 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 I want, just over and over and over again until they get what they want. And if you fold, that's it. You cannot fold. It's like a 2-year-old. Once you fold, you're done, because they know that you could push and push and push until you fold. So you have to commit to being absolutely compliance 100%. And then if they don't, you just go back to communicating it over and over again, but stick to your guns and don't fold. And if that's the case, then zero contact.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you going deeper into boundaries. That's such a big thing for people. And, I always kind of look at it like as, right, we're setting boundaries around, right, like other people or what our needs are, but it's also like, right, it's our own internal boundaries and sticking to them for our own personal integrity that I think is just so important. So